Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to take apart the 15 au123cl HP laptop. I am going to show you how to place the hard drive and as well as the RAM. I have taken apart this laptop before and I have lost some screws, so be careful. Be aware that this will void your warranty. But other than that, let's take it apart. So first you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver and as well as a magnet to keep the screws from getting lost. So when you turn the laptop upside down, as you can see here, you will see a bunch of Phillips head screwdrivers on the bottom. One mistake I always make is that there are always screws behind the rubber feet, as you can see here. So let's remove the screws. So once you removed all the screws, you're basically ready to move on. So before taking off the lid, you need to slide off the CD drive over here, like this, and remove any external devices including USB drives or an SD card. So once you remove the lid, it should look like this. So the hard drive's over here. As you see, I currently have an SSD installed, and the RAM is here. So let's install a new hard drive and new RAM. The easiest part is the RAM, so we're going to start with that. So I'm first just going to remove this out of the bag. Now RAM usually comes with non-static bags because it's kind of fragile and you need to be careful while holding it. I usually recommend holding it on the plastic part, kind of like this, where you're not touching the board itself, but you're touching the just the edges. Now to install it would be pretty simple. Just align it with the board. So there are two different sides. One of them is short, one of them is longer than the other. So it just snap in. So you put it at an angle and you just push it in and you kind of push it down. You should hear a snap like that. And once you hear that, it's done. So now let's get on to the more complex part, which is removing the hard drive. So by complex, I mean there's more steps. So the first step is actually pretty easy. So you're going to need the screwdriver I have, and you're going to be kind of just putting this under the hard drive. And it's kind of like plying it out, so it just pops out like this. Now it's perfectly fine for a hard drive, it's not going to destroy it. And now there should remove the SATA cable. Just come off like this, and you got the hard drive out. So this is the most confusing part, is on how you should put these the metal part on the hard drive, because it can only go in one way, and there are multiple positions for it. So how I can explain it, this probably isn't going to be a very good explanation, but this pointy part right here, like this part that as you can see, the part that points out is going to be going downwards like this. So it's gonna, this part, the pointy part is going to be on the bottom, and it's going to be facing towards the back of the hard drive, which is the part without the SATA cable. So since the hard drive is going downwards like this, upside down, you should plug it in like this part. So it is basically, it should look like this, with the pointy thing on the bottom and facing the back. There's the same thing with the other one. The other one's on the opposite side, so it will do the same thing. So again, with the pointy side facing like that. Hard drive has to be upside down, so make sure you got that correct. So once you have that, this SATA connector should be facing the RAM, or the SATA connector, of course. And I and you have to put this part, this pointy part, down here. So these little these things right here that kind of stick out are the parts where these pointy things go. So it kind of attaches it to the back. So it pushes in, and then don't push it all the way in yet, because you want to add a SATA connector here. This part kind of gets kind of frustrating because it's kind of hard, but then it feels so nice to actually feel it go inside. Okay, it should be a very firm fit. If it's loose or anything, it's probably a bad hard drive. And just finishing pushing in, and you install the hard drive. Now once you have that installed, you want to put the back lid back on. So this exhaust right here will go towards this heatsink right here. So it'll see it aligns with the heatsink. See? So it aligns with this metal heatsink. And just push everything in. It should just snap in. Hear that nice snapping sound. And now once you did that, you put the back lid back on, and the only thing left to do is to put the CD drive back on. And put the screws back on. Now once you put the back lid back on, you're basically done. I hope you found this video helpful, and peace out.